Yes, Fecafoot is autonomous in quotes, but we cannot let football be used as a tool for dividing Cameroonians. That's the danger. That's the present danger which we have. Lives don't need to be lost before action is taken, because that is the state in which we are now. As I speak to you here, my life is seriously in danger.
Melocious TV. Information, entertainment, analysis, and gossips.
Hi guys, hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, I greet you all according to your time. It's your girl again, Melocious TV. You all know the only Melo with the gist. On this part of this video, on this episode, which happens to be the third part of the video, that we are still talking about the Fecafoot / Henry Njalla Jr. That's the former fourth vice president of Fecafoot. We are analyzing the saga. This is the last part. Now, on this part, he made mention about proposals that they have made. He went further to talk about some things that are very technical. The fact that he made mention of Konak on this episode means a lot. Just stay tuned, watch this episode together with me, and then we talk about it at the end of the video.
My name is Philemon Bale. I'm a freelance journalist. I just want to find out from Mr. President, you've made so many revelations out here today. And as it stands, I'm guessing you are on a mission to bring things in order. I want to find out, all of this, will it end at the level of social media? What concrete actions have you taken to make sure that the culprits are brought to book? Because I am expecting, I'm hoping that from these revelations, I think the governing bodies of football, national and international, must have heard or should hear from this press conference. So in concrete terms, if you can, please tell us what steps you will take or you might have taken to make sure that we address this issue.
The first question is, I think my sister there asked me if I'm expecting any reaction from the government and what is the way forward. Am I correct? Okay. Yes, you know, FIFA has regulations. FIFA has regulations. I don't expect the government to directly interfere in the running of Fecafoot, because it will lead to a ban. We don't need that now. Football is still something of joy and happiness in this country. But I expect the government to ensure, the government has a right. The government has a right to ensure that the constitution of the country, alongside all other binding regulations governing activities in Cameroon, particularly the regulations governing the promotion of sporting and physical activities, which Fecafoot is bound to, are respected. And that's not being done presently. The government needs to take its responsibility as far as that is concerned. The government needs to take its responsibility. Yes, Fecafoot is autonomous in quotes, but we cannot let football be used as a tool for dividing Cameroonians. That's the danger. That's the present danger which we have. And I keep on saying it. I have informed the state authorities officially in writing of these dangers. And lives don't need to be lost before action is taken, because that is the state in which we are now. As I speak to you here, my life is seriously in danger. I am speaking freely because I've accepted my fate. But it doesn't mean that I don't deserve protection. It doesn't mean that measures should not be put in place for this to stop. Because it's going to continue. Forget about what you see on the outside. Cameroon football is really in a bad state. in an extremely bad state. The results are there for all to see. I'm pleading on the government. It will be a bigger disaster if we fail to qualify for Côte d'Ivoire, or if we go to Côte d'Ivoire and have a disastrous campaign. The government needs to put order. I think that even calling a meeting with all stakeholders, a simple meeting where people will talk, lay down the problems, and we look for solutions together, does not fall within government interference or whatever. Because things are really going bad. How can people be complaining of threats of life? People declare in public that there is no football in Cameroon, that everything is a mafia. Champions are predetermined. And nothing is done about it. That's the danger being posed. So I expect the government to look into this thing. We already have so many crises on the social front in Cameroon. We cannot accept another one, particularly one which is supposed to unite us. Because this football crisis is one which disintegrates the entire country at the same time. It's not as if it's in the southwest or northwest alone. It's disintegrating the country at the same time. And it is a deliberate act. It is a deliberate act by the people in charge. They know what they are doing. So in order to preserve the unity of this country, the peace that the head of state is trying so hard to preserve in this country, but which is doing a very good job about, despite the odds, the state needs to really look into the issue being posed by Cameroon football. It's urgent. I'm not the only one complaining. Maybe I've been the most courageous. Maybe I've been the most courageous. But there are many other people who are complaining. Associations, individuals. It means there is a problem. And ignoring the problem instead creates a bigger problem. For example, what is happening like in my case, in the communities around, they want to turn it into a tribal problem. How can somebody get up and say he's going to exhume the corpse of a legend, of a monument of this time, and send it to another country? People don't know the situation which is going behind, which I am trying to calm. And all that is happening within the football circles. It's not normal. The state needs to take its responsibilities to preserve peace and social cohesion in this country. To answer Mr. Bale, I think you say, if I rephrase your question, you say, what actions are we taking to ensure the culprits are brought to book? Okay. We've taken certain steps. We have officially, with all the proof we have officially informed the ethics committee. As a procedure will say, we have informed the ethics committee of the Cameroon Football Federation. Now, we don't expect them to do anything because they are controlled by the same mafia cabal that we have been told about. We don't expect them to do anything. But taking it a step further, we have also informed the presidency, we have informed the Prime Minister's office, we have informed the Ministry of Sports, and within the Cameroonian context, most importantly, we have involved the National Commission for Anti-Corruption, which is CONAC. I think that FECAFOOT is, I think FECAFOOT should have some jurisdictions within, CONAC should have some jurisdiction within FECAFOOT, because they are operating within the Cameroonian territory. And acts of corruption, threats of life, manipulation, propagation of false information, etc. I think CONAC has a right to independently investigate such acts. And we are disposed to presenting them with all the evidence we have. Taking a step further, we have informed FIFA officially. FIFA was officially informed on Thursday and we received acknowledgement that our claim has been registered and is being taken into consideration. And we have informed the Confederation of African Football CAF, though we have not had confirmation from them. I will tell you in all honesty, I don't want to talk about the cases which the club presidents have or which other people. I'm talking about the case which involves me directly. The case which involves me directly. My personal resignation and the treatment of my team. I want to say that it's amongst the biggest scandals ever to take place in this country. Whether in football, whether in finance, whether in what, it's one of the biggest scandals ever to take place. And in terms of football worldwide, it is possibly the biggest scandal which has ever taken place across the globe. A premeditated act aimed at settling scores through an innocent football match. Why don't they just kill me? Why don't they just ambush me? Like I've heard they were sitting down in meetings, I have audios of them sitting down in meetings discussing about poisoning me. Or making me die from a car accident. They should just execute the plans at once. Why do they have to frustrate the careers of innocent children? And for that, they will pay the price. Even if they do something to me today, even if I live here and I eventually die as they want my head, they will still pay the price. And if something happens to me, they will pay the bigger price. So the appropriate action has been taken. And we know that Cameroon is a state of law, state of justice. I think the state has the right to open independent investigations into the submissions I made, and they will be accompanied with all the evidence. Even in my absence, there are people in the diaspora who will provide this evidence. I think the submission which we have already given already provides more than enough evidence to proceed. And I want to say that the acts against Njalla Sports Academy are premeditated. And I have a feeling that it has something to do with marginalization, which is something which the state is fighting against in this same country. But it's being promoted by Fecafoot. Can you imagine a player of Njalla Sports Academy was called up to the under-20 national team in December to defend the national colors, traveled to Congo with the under-20 national team, defending the colors of the country. The player's name is Kimbi Lovis. In the last game against I think the Central African Republic, in the 18 minutes, he had a severe injury, rupturing the anterior cruciate ligament. It was on the right knee. On the right knee. Now, this is an injury which our president of Fecafoot suffered while he was a player at FC Barcelona. And it kept him out of action for 7 good months at that level. He required surgery and professional rehabilitation. It is the same injury which Enzo Ebose had a few months ago. It's the same injury which Francis Ngannou had a few months ago and underwent surgery. How do you explain that somebody wearing green, red, yellow has this injury with the national team, comes back to Cameroon, the national team, they diagnose the injury. It's not as if they not diagnose it. They diagnosed it and they send the player back home, dispatching the player, abandoning the player. I see some uniform men here. If they're on the front and they take bullets, do you expect their families to treat them? No. No. They got injured in the line of duty. They got injured in the line of duty. The state will have to take its responsibilities towards their treatment. How can Fekafoot abandon a player who suffered a career-ending injury? Go to my one hospital and find out. Kimbi Lovis. Despite multiple letters which we sent to Fekafoot, I will release one of these letters to you. Even informing them that we have waited patiently and due to the risk posed on the child's health and in order to save his career, we have decided to finance his operation. Even inviting them out of solidarity, love and compassion just to come to the regional hospital in Limbe and even give the child a bottle of water to show love. They never came. They never responded to that letter. We spent our money at our level here, and that's because that is what we could afford. Under normal circumstances, the child should have been flown out for this operation and rehabilitation. I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Nana of the Regional Hospital in Limbe for the wonderful job he did on this child. Go to the Regional Hospital in Limbe and find out. Go and get the records. Find out how much in terms of millions of francs CFA we spent on this operation. Fekafoot never did anything. Fekafoot never did anything. Till today we have not even been reimbursed. Now, if this child was coming from an academy in Njalla or in Yaoundé, or if the child was of French-speaking origins, would it have been treated this way? Now, you don't want me to mention marginalization or discrimination. But if this is not the case of discrimination or marginalization, then what is it? Then what is it? It's one of the things that I will say that Fekafoot poses one of the biggest threats at present for the national integration of this country. And something must be done about it. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this episode right up to this level. You all know I'm always going to be bringing you guys updates and more updates about this. Once we get more updates, I bring it to you all. Now, he made mention about a lot of bodies. He called CAF, he called FIFA, he made mention of CONAC. And if I'm not mistaken, Etofis is part of the FIFA body. Etofis is also part of CAF. Taking issues there, do we think they can take actions? Making mention of CONAC, it means he's talking about corruption. It means he's talking about auditing. It means he's talking... Anyway, what do you think about this video? Put your thoughts in the comment section. What you think about this video? What you think about the decision of the former vice president, fourth former vice president of Fekafoot, Henry Njalla Jr. What do you think? Do you think him resigning was the best option? Do you think Fekafoot giving him a 10 years ban and a fine of 10 million to pay as well is also the best option? What do you think? Now he has shut down the academy, the Njalla Sport Academy, where a lot of children are there, are registered there to pursue their goal, their dreams. Now it has been shut down. Is this going to affect us directly or indirectly? Or it is okay? Yes, he made mention of the fact that there are many sporting complex in Cameroon that parents can register their kids there. But we all know it is what it is. Yes, I'm not going to go deeper into that. What do you think? Is this the best option? Is this how we should solve things? Was this press conference necessary? Was things supposed to be sorted out behind closed doors? Or we all want this transparency we are seeing? Because it is still going to get messy as the days go by. Let's keep our fingers crossed and wait for the next episode. Hopefully, maybe Fekafoot can react again based on this press conference, or maybe the government can react. But do you think they are going to react? Put your thoughts in the comment section. You guys know your girl Melodies TV. I hardly know too much. The comment section is your friend. Put your thoughts there. See you all again on our next live video or on our next upload. Please, if you're not following the page, what are you waiting for? If you're not subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Hit on that follow button so that you get all updates. Here we analyze, we entertain, we inform, we unlearn, and we learn. We talk about a lot of things. So if you are new here, you are welcome. Please join the family. To those of you supporting us on this platform with stars, subscribing to my page, thank you so much for subscribing. I sincerely appreciate you all. To everyone sharing, watching, and commenting on our videos, thank you all so much. I sincerely appreciate all of you. To everyone supporting this platform, God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.